Okay, Shalom. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge on the Command Journey Hunter. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. The ISUPK is not affiliated with any other group. You understand? And this is the Friday night, not night, but this is the Friday Lashawan Qadash class, the Hebrew class. You understand? And since 1969, UPK has been teaching that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites, according to biblical prophecy and other archaeology and other historical texts. And also teaching that these brothers and sisters need to come back to their heritage. And part of their heritage is not only the laws and our customs, but also our language. You understand? And the Lashawan Qadash class is our ancient tongue, is holy tongue. Lashawan Qadash means holy tongue. You understand? We're gonna get it though. So we're gonna start out with the title of the class. You understand? So this is the Lashawan. Lashawan Qadash. If you can see it, I don't know if I can see it. So lucky, sit a bit closer, so lucky. So I don't know if you can make it out. A bit of glare from the sun. But that's it, Lashawan Qadash, which means holy tongue. I'm gonna try and get the glare out. Let's see what we can do. That's the best we can do. I'll just move it a little bit closer. Alright, so there you go. Alright. Lashawan Qadash. Which means holy tongue. Holy and tongue. You understand? So we're gonna get into it now. So we write in the Hebrew, actually in the ancient Hebrew. So we write in the Hebrew. We write it in right to left. You understand? Our oppressor, in his language, in the bastardized language of English, we read and write from left to right. But in our ancient records and our ancient ways, in our language and how we wrote and talked, we was always right to left. You understand? So La Sha Lashawan, which means tongue. And obviously, it's not going to be Qadash Lashawan. It's just Lashawan Qadash. You understand? Rather than in English, you would say holy tongue, but in the Hebrew, it's translated Lashawan Qadash. You understand? So that's Lashawan. Notice how these characters have this symbol, but this symbol means that it's pronounced singular. So it's La Sha One, and the Wa and the Na are together. One. Now, There it is again. It's Qadash. You understand? If you can even see it, let me see. Right. See it there? Lashawan Qadash, which means holy tongue. Alright? Okay. So there you can see it. Lashawan Qadash. And you understand? And this is how this is what this class is about. It's the first time in the UK, you know what I mean, that we're coming up with the Hebrew classes, but this is going to be every Friday. It's going to be a class on the Hebrew class. So we're going to go today. We're going to go through the alphabet, the ancient and the Assyrian, which most brothers tend to get better on the ancient, and they struggle on the Assyrian. But we're going to get through all of that. You understand during this time. All right, so we're going to close that off. We'll take, in fact, I advise anyone watching this class, if you're new, you understand, new brothers and sisters, you should take notes. You should have a booklet where you can actually, write this out yourself. And as I'm doing it, put it on the board. You can you can follow along. So I'm rubbing it off now. So we'll go through the alphabet now. Traditionally, you understand, supposed to do you're supposed to do the R and Tha. You understand the Hebrew alphabet off by heart before starting the class, which is what I didn't do. So lucky. You understand? So it's supposed to be R, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Salakia, Ka, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, and Tha. Now again, you have to forgive me, Salakia, but that is the protocol. We're supposed to actually, I was meant to do that prior to the beginning of the class, but we're going to write out now. So the R, R bar, La, Da, Ha, Wa, Ka, Slakia, Sa, my bad, Za, Ta, Ya, So that's the first line. Obviously, I ain't gonna leave myself some space. But yeah. So just going through Abba, Gada, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, and Ka, which is not Ka. It's not this is obviously it's hard to pronounce sometimes. But whenever you see the symbol right here, it's Ka. It's Ka, not Ka, but Ka. And then this one I'm gonna do right now is the Ka. So I'm gonna try and get just a bit more space out here. Every time this car symbol is hard to. Right, that's the car. So if you can see it, I'll take my time with it. You understand? Abba, Gada, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka. And then the next one will be La, Ma, Na, Sa. I need to brush up on the size of our grinder because, yeah. So it's La, Ma, Na. There we go. A bit better. I suck it. So I missed out so. So you can see it while I'm doing it. Alright? So it's Abba, Gada, Hawa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka. La, Ma, Na, Sa. That's how, we ain't finished yet, but I'm gonna get to it. So you can see it, take notes as I'm doing it. Alright. I, Pa, Za. Okay, right, put that somewhere else. That's the symbol for Tazar. Right? You can see Of the glariness on it in the way. Pa to za. Qua ra sha and tha. So sha and tha. All right. So okay. That's the ancient Hebrew, what they will call. You understand? But this is the ancient Hebrew. You understand? This is the Ibarian Hebrew. You understand? From Ibar. This is the Hebrew. This is the real Hebrew. This is what Hebrew is. This is how our letters were formed. Notice how there's no Yisrael or any Yehoshua. You can't form those words out of this. You understand? Or what's the other one they do? They say Israel, Yehoshua, all the other BS. That's not Hebrew. This is Hebrew. This is how our words are formed. You understand? So Abba Gada Ha Wa Za Ta Ya Ka La Ma Na Sa I Pa Taza Kwa Ra Sha and Tha. Did I miss anything? No. You understand? And this is what we need to do. The first thing we need to do is learn the alphabet off by heart. I think I messed up a little on the first time, I believe, but we all need to get back on our Hebrew, and as it is important because it is our culture, it is our ancient tongue, the Lashawan Qadash, our holy tongue that was taken from us. You know what I mean? When we were scattered for the four corners of the earth. But now, as we read in Jeremiah 17:4, you understand, in 1 Kings 8:46, we are coming back to our heritage, we're coming back to remembering who we are, and coming back to, you understand, be thinking ourselves. This is what it takes, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to try and get you a better angle if you can see every character. This and at the bottom I've placed the actual how you pronounce them, you understand? Ra, Sha, Tha. You understand? B. So when we get into the Hebrew, so I can get into the Assyrian. So I'm gonna leave it on there for a bit, let you guys take notes. You understand? And then I'm gonna go into that. Then I'm gonna I'm gonna write down the Assyrian Hebrew, which is probably the most difficult to learn. It's the more modernized version. What it is, what the Assyrian Hebrew is the Hebrew that we kind of bastardized Hebrew that was mixed slightly with the custom of the heathen, and that's how it came to be the way it is. But this is our pure Hebrew. But you understand that the Assyrian Hebrew is when we was in the Assyrian captivity, and it's a more modernized, mixed version. But it still ain't no, Yahushua, Yehuda, all that stuff. That's not Hebrew in any regard. You understand? So I'm gonna get out of your way, let you guys take this down. You understand? Abba Gada Hawaza Ka Ta Ya Ka La Mana Sa I Pa Taza Kwa Ra Sha and Tha. Right? I think that's enough time. I thought I could actually leave it up there. I'll just get the the Assyrian up. So we'll get that. So it's very different, you're gonna notice. So even to write is different, much different. But damn it, we have to get it right. There we go. Right. So sorry for the suspense and the silence, but just writing out the Assyrian, which is, like I said before, is the most modern, more modernized. What you find mostly is if you read your blue letter, if you read your blue letter, if you read the you know, any main Hebrew translations, like the Tanakh, even Tanakh is found in the Assyrian as well. So it is prudent to learn both the ancient and the Assyrian Hebrew. You understand? So you can understand better of certain translations and transliterations in the Bible that are foes of these fake Israelite groups and the Christian church do not ever understand. That is why they fail. They're lacking the understanding of many things in our records because they lack the linguistics. You understand? And that is something that we have been blessed with given the leadership. So like I don't like the word, so like not the word leadership, but the guidance of the men above us. You understand? The Adawanyim, the guidance of the men that taught, the elders that taught Kamai John Yohana and passed it down to him. You understand? The men we have today, because we have a strong pedigree in the school, and that's why we must definitely take all heed of what we've been taught, because this is what the Lord has given unto Israel, man. You understand? So I'm gonna get on it. Wow. You're gonna find there's some similarities within the Assyrian that you may find, but then again, it is it's a version of our language that has been formed because of the captivity that we was in. So uh, So let's give you the time to see it while I'm writing it to get out the damn way. So lucky. Or the sun and the glare of the. Okay, so you don't need to see that properly. See if I can, you can. Right. Try moving a little bit closer. See if it makes a slight difference. So you can see. Look at that camera up close. So like the glare of the sun and such. So there you have it. Ah, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka. Well, I'll do alright a bit bigger. So you can all see it better. See, it looks a bit better from this angle. Still small, but I'll zoom in. That's what I'll do. I'll zoom in. Mm-hmm. Wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka. So this is the ka symbol. Again, this is not ka. It's not the CHAA, called ka, but it's the ka. And that's, if you can even see it. Right, there it is. You can see it, alright? Sorry, za and ta. Okay. I'll put the camera in closer. There you go. You can see it better now. So there it is. Abaga da ha wa za ka ta ya ka. Right? So I said now the next line will be la. So the na and the ka look very similar in the Assyrian. It can do sometimes, depending on how it's written, but I think you can make it. Don't worry, I'm gonna zoom in a minute. So, I, pa, za, kwa. Shah. Now the Shah character you're gonna find when I show you. The Shah character is very, very, of course, clearly evident to be the Shah, just like we find in the Assyrian, so like in the ancient Hebrew. It's very, very similar. Only slight differences, but you can make it out to say, you understand that looks very similar to the Shah symbol in the ancient Hebrew. And let me show you what I've got thus far. I took my time, but right. So in the Assyrian Hebrew, we have Salakia, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, go down, La, Salakia, La, Ma, declare. Na, like I remember, like I said, I was saying earlier, the Na symbol is it can be confused for the Ka at the end there, but you can make it out once you get familiar. Yeah, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, right? And look at the I again. Another one you're gonna find, especially if you're reading in like a different different fonts, or you know what I mean. There's different characters, a different style of reading, so it's gonna be hard sometimes. Look, you've got the I, then you got the Taza character, very similar. But if you look carefully, you can see the clear differences in the tail of the I and the tail of the Taza. You understand? You remember that? You remember, you distinguish the difference. Obviously the Pa, Qua, Ra. Like I was saying again, the Shah is very similar to the Shah character you find in the ancient Hebrew. You understand? There's the Shah, and Salakia the Tha. Let me get that. And the Tha. Like another similarity with the Tha, you can easily get that confused with the Ha symbol. Let me show you right now. So there you go. There's the Tha, but then the Ha symbol right up there, you see it? So it's very similar. Alright, so that's the Hebrew alphabet, 22 characters. You understand, both in the ancient and the Assyrian. So I'm going to go through all of them again, just a quick zoom in and give you the full picture. You understand? So there you have it. The R, and let me get a bit closer. So we have now this is in the ancient Hebrew. We have the R, Ba, Ga, Da. See, now there's the Da. Now, obviously, I'm going to briefly show you about the Da, right? Because a lot of fake Israelites and Christians are like, which are the same thing. They would say that the shield of David is not, is a star and it's an idolatry. But no, we're going to show you that it actually is David's name, Dawadah, in Hebrew. That's the symbol for Da. Ha. It's not going to bounce around. Ha. Wa. Right? Meaning and. Wa. You know what I mean? Za. Ka. Ta. Ya. Ka. So like La. Ma. Na. Again, the ma, na, I mean, okay, it's clear distinctions, but for newcomers, this may be a bit of a tricky one, but just have a good look at that ma and na. You understand? Sa, I, pa, taza, kwa, ra, sha, and da. Right? That's the ancient Hebrew. And then we have the Assyrian. Again, we're gonna go for it again. A, ba, ga, da, ha, select ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, so a bit clear, but I, pa, taza, kwa, ra, and sha. You understand? So that's the Hebrew alphabet. I think we're gonna just, for the first class, we're gonna leave it at that because that alone is the fundamentals. That once you're familiar with the characters and the sounds and the pronunciations, well, we'll start with the alphabet first. You understand? Once you're familiar with the actual alphabet and the characters of the alphabet and what they mean when you see them, then we can start getting into writing your names and all such. But one point I did want to clarify on was the, if I don't space, no, I don't space. Oh, sweet. All right, what I'll do, I'll just rub on now. Okay. Right. Now I'm gonna write David's name in Hebrew. So as you know, like I said before, you start from the right to the left. Da. So like, you know, I'm gonna do it. Da. I'm gonna zoom in, of course. Right, so you can see. Oh, so like, getting tangled up right there. All right. Damn it! Okay. Bear with me. Just have to sort out this camera. We'll sort that out when the time comes. So lock here. Right. There we go. So if you can see it right there, that's Da wa Da. Understand? The Da and the Wa and the Da. Da wa Da. That's David's name in Hebrew. Right? Of course, when he's making a signet of his name, you understand? It turns from that to and it's not the most perfect in action, but you understand. So like it. So like it, my bad. Then you drew it perfectly, as I'm supposed to. Right, that's a signet right there. You understand now? I've got to brush upon my handwriting in regards to the Hebrew, but that is exactly his name. Put the Da at the Da. So like you looking at it, look. Oh shoot. So like bear with me, let me just get this up and running. Right, so now his name, you put the Da, so you got Da wa Da. You understand? Not the best handwriting, but you get the point. I'll improve, Lord allow, to be a better Lashawan Qadash teacher. But as I grow, you'll grow. Right? So Da wa Da. This is all my days. So like it. Cameras not, but you get the point. That's his name in the Hebrew. You understand? That's what the shield of David is. It's his signet. You know what I mean? It's the signet of David. Right. No sweat. But yeah, as you understand, that's the signet of David, and that is his name in the Hebrew. So now that's the class. You understand? Let's get this camera back up. So lucky, but if you can still hear me, that is. Testing, testing. Okay, no sweat. So yeah. So like I was saying, we have Dawada's name, and that's the two characters, the two Da characters being put together to make a signet. Of course, it's not the best illustration, but you understand. So with that, that's the class. We'll be back next Friday with a more. We'll go into the 12 tribes and in writing the names in the Hebrew and how they are properly pronounced rather than how they're perceived to be pronounced today. So that Imagine Shabbat, Imagine Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatham. Yashamata, class dismissed. All right, so it's a brief class today. The next week we'll be back with some more, but it takes time as it is the whole process.